The word Okizeme. You see it in commentary, you see it in tutorial videos, and you see it in written guides. It's an integral part of offense and pretty much existent in all fighting games. So what is it exactly, and why is it so important? To understand what it is, we should first translate the word. Okizeme is fighting game specific word in Japanese. Oki is short for okiagari, which means wake up, and zeme means offense or attack. So Okizeme is the action of attacking an opponent who is waking up. Now, why is this so important? When a player gets knocked down, most fighting games will not allow them to take any action for a certain period of time. You can see here that the defender is mashing light punch, but nothing is coming out. What this means is that the player doing Okizeme can prepare an attack while the opponent is waking up. With this knowledge, let's take a look at a typical Okizeme for Ryu in Street Fighter 6. Ryu's medium punch, as of the open beta, has a 6-frame startup. This means that it takes 0.1 seconds for the attack to hit after the game recognizes your input. If you want more details on how frames and general attacks are timed in fighting games, check out the frame data basics video on this channel. Links will be in the cards and details. Now, this move isn't particularly fast, so if an opponent does a light attack at the same time you press medium punch, you're most likely going to lose. This is because the fastest normal attack most characters can do is 4 frames, which is much faster. However, by getting a head start on his opponent's wake up, Ryu can land the attack in a way no normal attack can interrupt it. You can see here that the defender is pressing their fastest attack, but getting counter hit. Now the scary part is, you can do the same thing with throws. This means that the attacker can create a situation that forces the opponent to guess, and if they guess wrong, it guarantees damage. If the opponent expects the throw and techs, jumps, or backdashes, they will be hit by the medium punch. If they guess a strike and block, they get thrown. As a side note, some games add throw invisibility for a few frames on wake up to prevent straight 50-50 guesses. In a game like Street Fighter 3 and Guilty Gear Xrd, you will need to delay the throw. The only way the defender can pose a risk on the attacker in the situation is to do an invincible reversal. This will include moves such as Ryu's overdrive Shoryuken or Chun-Li's critical arts. All of these options require resources and are incredibly risky, since if the opponent blocks, they can be hit by a massive punish. You can see through this exchange that the risk-reward is heavily in favor of the attacker. Alright, since we established how important Okizeme is, let's talk about the various factors going into it. The first one is the distance between you and the opponent. If the opponent gets knocked down far away from you, you cannot threat things like a throw. So generally, you would want to keep it close. Second is screen position. Some Okizeme is limited to certain parts of the screen. For example, if you throw an opponent in the middle of the screen, you're not able to threat another one if the opponent recovers backwards. But if you throw in the corner, you can threat another one since there is no space for the opponent to retreat. Third is the amount of time you have to set up an attack while the opponent is waking up. If you knock down an opponent with a move that has long recovery, you may not be able to do Okizeme with slower and harder hitting strikes, or more extravagant mix-ups such as aerial attacks. The last one is opponent options. If you're playing against a character that does not have an invincible reversal, you can remove certain options such as blocking on the opponent's wake up. With that said, let's look at a few examples. Ryu has a lot of options when ending combos. For example, he can spend resources to do a Shinku Hadouken critical art. This does much more damage than his Tatsumaki Senpu Gyaku ender. However, when doing this mid-screen, the combo does not offer any good Okizeme, as he's pushed very far from his opponent and he does not recover fast enough to close the gap. So unless the opponent is going to be KO'd by the combo, it's highly advisable to sacrifice the damage and do a Tatsumaki Senpu Gyaku ender instead. This way, you can continue the offense and get more opportunities to do more damage. This thought process though should change in the corner. Since there is less distance between Ryu and his opponent after doing the critical art, he can comfortably do a strike or throw mix-up after hitting the Shinku Hadouken. Let's now look at an overdrive Tatsumaki Senpu Gyaku to Shoryuken ender in the corner. This combo works with any Shoryuken strength where the light version does the least damage. But all strengths allow strike throw mix-up for Okizeme. So, is it always better to do stronger Shoryuken strengths? Well, not exactly. Light version recovers faster, so it allows you to do an aerial attack for Okizeme, while the stronger versions do not. This way, you can do a high-low mix-up instead of strike throw. This mix-up can potentially have better hit rates and bigger damage. With that said, this is the end of this tutorial. The concept of Okizeme is very deep and will vary quite a lot based on the characters that are in play. But hopefully, this video can give you a starting point. If you are looking for the next step, I highly suggest checking out the Meaty attacks video on this channel. This knowledge will give you further frame advantage on Okizeme, as well as access to combos that are only possible with this technique. You might have noticed that in this video, I was doing combos that are not normally possible. With normal hits, Ryu's crouching medium punch to standing medium punch can only combo with Meaty attacks. So check it out. Links will be in the cards and details. Alright, until next time, have fun with fighting games.